In the previous video, we saw how easy it is to use the Apryse Mobile SDK to create an application within Android that allows you to view and edit PDFs. In this video, we're going to look at how we can modify the user interface. Before we do that though, we're going to refactor the code slightly and move the name of the file we're going to open into a variable. And rather than work with a 700-page document, which we've shown we can open, let's use a much shorter document. Okay, we save that, and we can now see we have a 9-page document. And if we look at the various toolbars that are available, we can see currently we have 10, including fill and sign, prepare form, and redact. But perhaps we don't want those, so let's see how we can get rid of those 3 toolbars. We can do this by creating a config object and passing it into Open Document as a named parameter. So within the config file, we can now add options such as hide default annotation bars. And we can specify we want to hide the prepare form, fill and sign, and the redaction toolbars. Okay, if we save that and restart, we'll see that now these 3 toolbars are missing and we just have 7 left. But what if we want to remove individual buttons from a toolbar, for example the Smart Pen and highlight buttons? We can do that as well using the config file by using config.disabledTools and including an array of the tools that we want to remove. In this case, annotation Smart Pen and annotation create text highlight. Once we save that and restart, we'll see that those options have now been removed. There's a second way that we can remove these tools. So let's look at that using the free text button and the strike through button as options. We're going to do this using config.disabledElements and including an array of the buttons we want to hide. In this case, buttons.freeTextTool button and buttons.strikeout_tool button. You can also use disabled elements to remove other elements of the UI, but we won't go into that in this video. And you can see now that the free text tool button and the strikeout button have been removed, but all of the other buttons have been left in place. You can also use this method to specify the initial page that will be shown when the document opens. In this case, let's specify that the first page will be page 5. And you can see when the document reloads, that's exactly what's happened.